Hi, sir. Good morning.
Morning. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. Please come. After you.
Thank you, sir. I'm Amrita Panja.
And I am Sai Kumar. We bring to you the Bharat Series, a riveting journey with Mr. A. Balasubramanian, our Managing Director and CEO.
As he tells you the story of a country from its humble roots that is aiming for the stars. Sir, so we have started on our journey to our Kumbakonam branch, and that does give us some time to quiz you. We are starting from your village in Melator. How does it feel coming back, exploring your roots every now and then?
It's always fun. Have a good feeling coming back to your native, the village in which you have grown up.
Okay.
Plus, we have our ancestral properties, and then people who have been taking care. When they come, they feel happy. And given the fact that in Bombay, we all work in a tight mechanical kind of life, so definitely the 1 or 2 days also, even if we come, even if it's a short visit, generally this gives the very high level of refreshment, we can call it.
Right.
And that change brings the energy back.
When did you move from Melator, sir?
So I moved 1988.
Okay.
And 88 moved after the completion of education.
Okay. After graduation?
Graduations.
Okay.
And diploma in computer management.
Okay.
Moved to Bombay to pursue your career and then do your higher studies there.
What was it like to move to a fast-paced city? Is it destiny that you went to the financial capital and you became a part of the financial industry? Or was it like an organic choice that happened?
See, I think probably I would say it wasn't a choice. It just came along the way. Not that I had chosen it. But sometimes what happens is in your family, savings remains one of the habit. I think every household have got savings one of the habit.
Right.
And those who have got substantial wealth, for them it's easy. But they will know where to put and so on and so forth. Those who have middle class income family, they need to ensure that future is protected on your savings. So my parents used to always plan that for all of us as kids. So therefore it came as part of the gene. There is a scope for one to learn, not about working, one to learn about investing. So that gives a firm flair of the financial instruments. The moment you get to that, then once you go to Bombay, and if you work close to the Bombay Stock Exchange, then naturally you see the people standing outside, then you develop interest, you see what's happening, the curiosity comes inside.
True.
I think what makes, in my view, in my case, the curiosity that they had built for investing, for stock market investing, that is the one established the interest in me. Once you develop interest, you don't pursue it. Sometimes it does occur if there are blessings.
Right.
So I presume I had that. I had my mind, you have the wish,
So
it
true.
get fulfilled. So that's the way I got into the financial capital market. First was in Can Bank Financial Services, next to the Bombay Stock Exchange Tower. Then you come out of the office, you see people have a lot of buzz for a market. Suddenly you see markets have gone up. And then evening times you go and check the stock prices.
Right.
So the Bombay not only of course gives you life, it also creates the hunch for knowing, learning, gathering information, intelligence. So that's the beauty of Bombay.
Sir, much must have changed in Melatour, right? I mean, I remember you telling us a story about how you had to book trunk calls to speak to your family. Tell us about that, transition that has happened.
So one of course, I think telephone revolution was not there in 80s. I think it all came after that, right? So when we moved away from my native place to Mumbai, the only way to connect with your parents by writing letters. We used to write inland letters, postcard. Almost for 2 years, we used to exchange more information through writings. And if you want to have a short calls and just hear the voice, and you can't speak for more than few minutes during the day, then you go and stand in the telephone booth. There used to be a charges. During the day, if you speak, it will be full charge, 14 rupees per minute. If you go after 7, it will become 7. If you go after 10, it will become 3. We used to call after 10 o'clock in the night. In my village, very few people used to have phones. Very few families used to have phones. Post office used to play the bigger role.
Okay.
Second is those who migrate from here to outside the village. They need to also remit money back to the village. And the banking system transfers were not there. There is no unique bank ID number. If you open a bank account in Mumbai, you can actually transact that account only in Mumbai. You cannot transfer money from that account to somebody else unless until you send a demand draft. So demand draft sending will take about 7 days. So the best way to transfer money in those days, money order. Post office money order, which now has become a permanent bank. Even my father used to get pension also, only through the money order in those days. So, especially in the last 20 years, significant progress has happened. One, the telecom revolutions have connected the entire country. Technology have increased quite significantly. And again, UPI, permanent banking systems have completely revolutionized the way money transfer happens. All of us, of course, seeing it, and villages are the biggest beneficiary of this.
Sir, who knows better about long term than you, I would say? I mean, more than 30 years in the financial industry and being part of the capital markets, pretty much the same tenure with the Aditya Birla Group. 15 years of leading Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC as the CEO. What has been the secret sauce, as they say, of this illustrious journey that you have had at a time where we are used to instant gratifications and transitory nature of things? And where do you get all this energy from?
I think it's more about passionate about what you're doing.
True.
So I don't think anything else makes you satisfied or makes you feel energetic. So I believe the money that you get,
Right.
for which you have to pay back. The only way you pay back is do your hard work.
Right.
Being part of the mutual fund has to become passion. I think sitting in a mutual fund, I can't keep thinking about I should be in banks, I should be in insurance companies. So you have taken certain path. Just ensure that path that you have taken. Do your work continuously, and then keep improving every day, and don't keep your thinking hat die down. So as a result of that, you keep your energy level high. Second is every day morning you can't get up and think that today what I'm going to do. So you know what is to be done every day basis.
True.
And every day if you start thinking what is to be done, that means I'm not very clear about what I'm supposed to do. So I think once these things comes in, and an opportunity in front of you is very large. So one is the responsibility, accountability is there. Accountability all comes as part of your job itself. But when you know the opportunity is very large.
True.
And when you meet around people, And you see many people pursuing the passion very aggressively within the financial service industry. So you have many role models.
Right.
I think the moment you do that, that gives a joy. Second, the MF industries, you are doing good for many. So if you have that feeling that I am doing good for people, you are also helping people to save their money.
Right.
And if you have that kind of mindset, then naturally the feel-good factor itself is given. And last but not the least is it's a light heart versus heavy heart. So every day if I have a heavy heart,
Yeah.
looking around what is happening for me and what is happening for others. The moment you start doing the comparison game, which I have never been into that game, and even as an individual, so whatever happens, that happens. I think if you bring that as a principle, then naturally your worry levels are less, and pursuing, rather carrying out your day-to-day work, not even pursuing, carrying out your day-to-day work, become that much more efficient.
You've seen pretty much, all the important phases of the evolution of Indian markets and, different cycles, like from remat to demat to the global financial crisis, 9/11. These were like really big moments in the capital markets evolution. Share some anecdotes with us.
See, one first and foremost, after the 1992 scam, which is securities scam, definitely dealing in the bond market became very cautious and documentations. So there used to be a lot of companies to raise bonds with a single piece of paper. Crores and crores of money will go. That's something we used to wonder. We are giving money of big money. We are giving just a piece of paper. Then all these notifications, stamping, all those things came to make these documents more robust. Then second is when the outcry system was moving away to the tech-based trading in the market, then naturally demat was introduced. We are used to certain way of functioning and physical settlement. So when you have to move away from physical settlement to the electronic settlement, naturally the dematting became handy. But initially period when we used to deal, demat was new to us. So you had to get adjusted to the demat. Then you always go back to the comfort zone of physical, dealing in the physical. Your comfort of dealing in physical is far higher than dealing in electronic form of trading. So we have to get adjusted to that and force ourselves to the new change. Secondly, whenever there is a market reacts, like monetary policy, I just mentioned about it. So monetary policy suddenly will come and give a surprise because inflation, what they think, what the market is thinking, what we think, can completely different. So when these things happens, naturally monetary policy will suddenly come and hike the rates. So you will not even know. So you will get off guarded that rates have been hiked. Then you have to start reacting. Then how do you react? You have a position. In those positions, it can go against your positions. You have to make intelligent guess. Sometimes it gives us a sleepless night. And 9/11 when it happened, suddenly the attack has happened. We are seeing the writers. The market is reacting. And those days market used to open till 11 in the night, 7:30 in the night, 8:30 in the night. If something hard comes, you can just come and trade. See, today they're all illegal. So after 5 o'clock, you cannot even trade in bond market. In equity market, you cannot trade after 3:30. In those days, markets used to be, suddenly it will become alive. Some people will come and start giving a quote, either for buying and selling. It's your choice to react or not to react. If you don't react, you may always feel that you have missed the opportunity. So these things used to keep us busy. Like 9/11 is one example. Then financial market crisis. When the global financial market crisis happened, GFC. It is nothing to do with India, but because we are all getting integrated to the world, it's happened to US, because money flow comes there, and India also got impacted, and then you have to be on top of the job. So you don't have, then your attention gets shifted. See, I think all these times what happens is, I've seen, whether it is an opportunity, whether it is crisis, and as you push your attention to the crisis management, the same attention you should do as well as finding opportunities as well. I think it works on both the sides.
Sir, our series is mainly about understanding your perspective of India's trajectory in the last 30 years and what has been its journey thus far. Do you believe India's moment has come?
Of course, yes. It's been gaining momentum in the last 2-3 decades. Post 1992, the financial crisis that we saw that time. Since then, reforms have been progressing. So now reforms have now become part and parcel of the country. Our Prime Minister has mentioned, from reforms is a must, transform is the one, should be the focus. I think whatever the reform that they're doing should lead to a transformation. I think as a country, we are also establishing a lot of things right. In the sense, digital economy is progressing well, infrastructure getting built for the future, and what is being carried out in India right now, all of them actually futuristic in nature, which will make India continues to have the growth path for the next 10-15 years. So therefore, we are in a sweet spot, I call it. So we are in a sweet spot among the global economy, and I think the vision that we have set aside by 2047 will be part of the developed market. Today we are a developing market. We will be part of the developed market. All will come sustaining GDP growth at 7.5%. Per capita income can go by 2-3 times with the way things are moving. So as the per capita income increases, automatically the global radar mapping will increase. I think we are going in that direction.
How does it feel when you now hear that we are on to becoming the third largest economy? We have crossed $4 trillion in market cap. Give us some light into this. What was it then, and now when you hear the progress that has happened?
No, the vision was always there. Even 2009, when I became the CEO, as a country, there was a vision that India will become the fastest growing country. There is nothing has changed. It was there then, even today also it is there. It was there then more in the form of a wish. But the actions are not supporting as much for this to get materialized. Whereas in the last decade, it's getting linked to the action. So there is a vision, there is a wish, there is a potential that you identify as an opportunity as a country. Now all the execution that happens as a country, all of them are actually enabling provisions, making it easy for doing business. So all things now become real, and you are seeing action. As the action comes, then naturally it has to see the progress. Like for example GST, like Aadhaar implementation was been there for the last 15 years. I think the current government has taken to the logical end of fully utilizing the potential of each of these reforms activities into an action, which is what I think make me feel that yes, the vision was always there. All of us used to always feel proud that India will become the largest economy and so on and so forth. And what you had the belief in the capital market set of people, very select set of people, maybe 1% of the population, intellectual population would have felt that India deserves much more these things. Whereas the large population would not have believed. Where I see the big change is actually is the belief system is not restricted only to the, say, Mumbai, Delhi, or only the power corridors. It has moved away from power corridors to the common man at large, which is what my belief is will make this country to become real large only because of this. The belief system has been now widespread across the country. I think very fact that we are doing the shoot from rural India, it is to just to get a sense of belief, the 5 system, confidence, which the people who are living in the village today have got access to the infrastructure, access to the facilities. You can see it by yourself. That's the change. That change is the one which will actually make the 2047 developed economy status to become real.
Basically given the confidence to dream and
yes, I think the whole country is not just dreaming. fulfilling their aspirations, fulfilling their wishes.
So, my final question to you is, what is your vision of India in the next decade? And also, we live in a connected world. So, what are some of those risks that we need to be mindful of?
I think we need to ensure that as a country don't live up our aspiration. I think definitely we would become the largest economy in the world. We'll become a super power. The superpower need not necessarily by having high capability on the defense and related aspects. I think India's influence in global decision making would also increase. I think G20 success was a reflection of that. I think India has played a huge role in making the G20 as a country who sponsored G20 this year for global market. Other global leaders visited India. That itself a proof of putting that how India will become powerful. So it will become powerful, question doesn't arise. And India in my view will remain one of the humble country, given the nature of our country, the way I think one world, one family is being driven, which is I think will clearly remove the differentiation between one nation to other nations. And that togetherness will come. Therefore, in all probability, India's standing will go up so much. We would be considered as one of the country who promotes peace in the world.
Well, sir, with that lovely thought, thank you so much for this conversation. And we have reached our Kumbakonam branch. So let's head out now.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.